Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Boomtown, Missouri. That's where we are. The sun is up. It is 46 degrees. No, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. It is 7:53 a.m. Central Time, local time. I was going to try to get there early. I made some phone calls yesterday. The appointment is at 12:30. They said more likely no, it's a small place. So, I mean, you could try it, but I'm not sure if they can offload you early. So, because we have a 14-hour day, I didn't want to start like at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, even 6 o'clock, because that would have started my 14-hour, and that even at 6, I would have to be done by 8 o'clock tonight. And I didn't want to close out my 14 hours so soon, because I got to go to Lincoln no matter what. Now, Lincoln picks up by 3, but they'll work with me. If I'm a little later than 3 o'clock, still come in, we'll load you. That's what matters. And I want to be able to load this evening. Because I can't afford to stop. I mean, even if I can get, let's say, 200 miles in tonight with that load, then that only leaves me with 500 and something miles to finish my trip on the 16th to get to Ohio for the 17th. So we're going to be taking off here in a few minutes and get on our way over to Edwardsville, Kansas. That's where we're going, which is off 435. So I'll take you guys with me, of course, and then we'll offload, and then we'll hit the Lincoln, and that's 197 miles from my delivery to Edwardsville, Kansas, to Lincoln, Nebraska. So, but it's the cold storage, and they're pretty good about loading and pretty fast about getting it done. So yeah. So anyway, with that being said, we will be back. Sorry about yesterday and not really stopping that much. And you truck drivers know what I'm talking about. You get into that grind, you get into that groove, and it's hard to stop. And that's what happened with me. I got into that groove, and I didn't want to stop. So I didn't clean no bugs. I took Jake and Panda out a couple times, but we got out, we did our business, and got back in and left. So it's just important to let you guys know, sometimes if I don't stop, I'm in that groove, and I don't want to break that groove, because the longer the day goes, like if I'm in my ninth hour of my driving, what ends up happening, if I did stop and I fart around, then I get lazy and tired, and then I don't want to go, right? So if I stay in that groove, but we did 545 miles yesterday. We really killed it. So we're only 119 miles to my delivery. So we're going to be there within a couple hours. So with that being said, we'll be right back, folks. Don't go nowhere. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our show. If you're not subscribed to us, hit the please come in, check us out, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification. That'll let you know when we got a video up. We'll be right back. Alright, let's get out of here. Hopefully I did a good job on the window a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see out. I can see out, but I got the sun kind of interfering with me a little bit. But we're going to be going west here in a second, so we won't have the sun in our eyes. Brand new Walmart trucks are being pulled. Kenworths. You don't need no fuel. We're good in that department. Onions. He's got onions. and we're turning right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When I see a truck turning, why don't I just go ahead and turn? Because what if a car is going around a truck and that's his blind sight for me if I'm looking, and that car is going around a truck and he T-bones me? Whose fault is it? Would be my fault because I pulled out in front of him. Can I get mad at the trucker that's making the turn? Hell no. He's only doing what he's got to do. He's turning into the truck stop. A little lesson for y'all. If it's a 4-lane, truck is making a right turn, you're coming out of the parking lot, don't make your turn until you can see around that truck. Because if a car T-bones you, you're in trouble. You're the one that caused the accident.
Sharp left onto I-70 toward I-70 west.
I saw that happen, you know. Then the trucker got out of the truck. He got mad at the four-wheeler. He started yelling at the four-wheeler. Started blaming him, and somebody said it's not his fault, it's your fault. You pulled out in front of it. For some odd reason, the trucker thought he had the right-of-way, but he's coming out of a parking lot. So he does not have the right-of-way. The car that went around the truck that was making the right turn had the right-of-way. I just had to share that because that was a mess. The cop had to show up. They were writing tickets. And you want to guess who got the ticket? The trucker got the ticket. I hate to say it. I mean, we're professionals, right? We should know better. Alright, let's get to this delivery. Let's see if we can get it offloaded. I'm still going to get there at 9:57, which is a couple hours before my appointment. So let's hope we can get offloaded. Maybe they're not busy and they'll put me right into a dock. We'll find out. I just hope they don't say, well, you're early. You got to leave and come back in 2 hours. That's not going to be cool. Show up at a Walmart like that early, yeah, they'll tell you that, you know. You'd be proud of yourself. Hey, I'm 3 hours early for my delivery. But Walmart don't care. Sorry, you're early. You can only be an hour early or an hour late for your appointment. That's it. That's all the window you got. Somebody ran over a deer. It's all over the road. Oh, gross. Deer meat, anybody? Want some venison? I do that. I mean, if I'm going downhill and I got a load pushing me, sometimes I let it push me, you know. Surprise to the driver, I go around, I slow down as soon as I get in front of him because I lost that momentum, right? Then he's going around me. He waved at me though. You know what I'm gonna do just to be polite? Back off just a tiny bit so it doesn't take him a half hour to get around me. And give him the headlights, let him know, hey, come on over, you got it, buddy. I let him know. It's up to him now. Then I can gang on it again. See, I didn't lose no time doing ever get to the Yankton yard again, they have a big 55-gallon barrel of windshield wash. You just gotta have your own jugs. But you can fill them up, take them with you. I'm going to too. But it's gonna be a while before we get to the yard. On this though, I was able to fart around a little bit yesterday. I got to the Loves. I got there early too, and my mom got lost in St. Louis. Yeah, she driving the van. Tom is driving the U-Haul, right? But mom got lost in St. Louis. Somehow she ended up on 70 going west. I said, yeah, Mom, keep coming. You'll see me. Because I was on 70 West. I was in Boomtown. Or Boomville. And she didn't know how to get to 270 and 44. You got to understand, she's 76, right? She was starting to get tired. It was getting late. So I directed her. I said, all right, where you at? She told me. I said, well, you're going toward Kansas City. You got to get turned around. So she got turned around. Told her what to do. I said, all right, now, every now and then, give me a mile marker. Let me know where you are. I'm on Google, right? I'm on Google. I said, now, you don't want to pass exit 232. 232 is the exit for 270. So she finally gets to 270. Then I told her, take that to exit 5. You'll see 44. But when she got on 270, it was backed up. I guess it wasn't moving or anything. It was rush hour. And then I called Tom and said, told him that I was helping Mom. He said, oh, God bless you. Thank you for calling her and all this. I said, no problem. I said, but where you at so I can get her to you? He said, I'm at exit 269. He was at one of them gas stations. I said, all right, I'll get her directed towards you. So I called Mom back. Just to make sure she was going to find her way. We talked a little bit. She finally got over there near Tom. Then I put us on a conference call. I had Tom and Mom both on the phone. Tom thought that was neat. He said, how can you do that? And I said, well, we can all do it. I said, you can do it too. He said, well, I don't know how to do that. I said, well, but anyway, I got her directed toward Tom. They got together once again. And I hung up, but that took a few hours to actually do. So it was daylight when I parked. It was dark by the time I got Mom where she had to be. I took the doggies out. We got back in the truck and we went to bed. And boy, did I sleep. I slept good. Alright guys, we're out of here. I had to Tom called me. He needed the number for that company, 2 men in a truck, because he had to call them for whatever. So I had to go on Google, look up the number, and I don't mess with my phone going down the road, right? So I pulled off onto this ramp, looked it up. I called him back and gave him the number. Now we're getting back on the interstate. It only took 5 minutes. It didn't take no time to do that. Now I can just cross this little road here, get back on. No biggie. painting the highways. I'm gonna let that fire truck in. Unless he gets in before. Yep, somebody let him in. They're painting the roads up here. I think. They're painting the lines, I think. I could be wrong. They were doing the same thing going the other way. Maybe they're not painting the lines. They're just taking up a lane so they can slow everybody down. That's pretty much what they're doing. They're not doing no work. They're just sitting there. They're taking their 30-minute break. That's what it looks like. Just taking their 30-minute break. Still about 11 miles in front of us, but I don't want to get no closer to the traffic, downtown traffic, because we may not be moving, right? But we'll do this. It's called doing your homework, knowing how to get around. That's how I knew to do this. Rhonda didn't tell me to do this. She she's wanting me to go straight to 435. I'm not going to do that. Let's try to go around the cluster of traffic. That's the idea, right? It may be a little further, but it's going to be a little faster. Oh, staring at the sun. Just a little bit.
Take the first exit on the right onto I-17.
Now she's going to try her best to correct what I'm doing here. She's going to want me to turn around. Drive a truck for 28 years and not know how to get around. I mean, you drive 28 years and you still don't know how the highways or the towns are set. There's something wrong with that picture. It'd be kind of like you driving around in your own town. You don't need a map. I mean, you live there, right? You know how to get around. Same with a truck driver. When he's out here driving, especially after a few years, you get to know the lay of the land, the highways, how they go. It's almost impossible to get lost. See, this goes, because it's 470, it goes east and west. 435 goes north and south. So this will take us west to 435, then we're going to go north on 435 into Kansas. Interstate 70, Interstate 80, Interstate 90, Interstate 10, Interstate 40. They're all east and west interstates. Now your Interstate 5, your Interstate 25, your Interstate 35, Interstate 55, 57, 95, they all go north and south. Even though if they're actually taking you south or north, but that's how the layout is. So if I'm on Interstate 470, I know it's an east and west highway. And then if I'm going to 435, I know that's a north and south. So it's going to intersect me, and I know that. In my head, I just know that. If that makes any sense to y'all, to the truck driver, I know it should. with your back roads too. If you're on Highway 6, Highway 22, Highway, see that goes east and west. If you're on Highway 9, if you're on Highway 5, Highway 3, that goes north and south. Even the 5 boroughs of New York, Tampa, Jacksonville, but I would have a box with street guides in it. And then, if like where I'm going, I would actually take a street guide for that area. I'd pull over, or before I even rode, before I even left the truck stop, I would get that street guide out and I'd study it. I would write my directions down. I would call the customer. I'll be coming in at 10 o'clock. This is the way I'm going. Can you give me directions? And if they were smart and if they knew how to do it, they would give a trucker directions to their place. And then you have to pay attention. You just got to look. Now all you got to do is listen to it, but you got to pay attention, right? But you would look, study, write it down. See, 50 is an east and west highway. And same with, I always had an atlas, an up-to-date atlas in my truck, always. Especially when I first started driving truck, I always had an atlas. And I'd look at my routes, you know, where am I going? Where am I picking up? Where am I going? I used to take a ruler and put it from point A to point B, have an imaginary line there, then kind of look at the roads along that line and try to take the roads that I had to take, and then I would write these roads down. Then in that atlas, in the back, front and see if there's any restrictions on any of them roads that I had to take. Truck restrictions. Because if there were, then I had to figure out how to get around that restriction. Okay, there's another road I must take. I must take another road. I tell you what, what drivers used to do too. Let's say you get close to where you're going, then get on the CB. I'm looking for R&E Jackson Incorporated Company. Can anybody tell me how you get in there? Good luck on that. If you can get around the bullshit talk, you might get a good driver on there. Yeah, driver, just take 6 to 9 and then go about a mile and a half and you'll see the place. Matter of fact, the building is tall enough you can see it about a mile away. And when you get up to it, it'll be the second drive on the right. Just take that drive and that'll put you right where the docks are. And then I bought a recorder from Walmart, and when I knew a driver was giving me directions, I would hit that record button. Well, when I got on the CB, I would hit that record button, right? And because then I didn't have to keep asking. I could just play them directions back. I can back it up, keep playing it, you know. That was back in the day before the GPS ever came in. That was the day before, or that was back before the cell phone really got popular. I mean, I think the cell phones,
exit right.
They were there, but they not like today. Everybody's got a cell phone now. Now today you got your GPS, you got Google, you got Google Earth, you got internet. You can do your studying. You can find out where you're going. You can find out where the truck entrances are, where the truck entrance is. I know sometimes they say I got to find the truck entrance, but it's usually night, or maybe something that has changed, right? Maybe the map isn't really showing. The 435 north, left, 1 mile, exit 1. See, I knew 470 was going to run me into 435. It was just obvious because 435 goes north and south, and 470 what? Goes east and west. So I knew they were going to intersect. And how do I know to take 435? I look at my directions. I have in my head a photographic memory where I'm going because I looked at the directions, I looked at the picture. I mean, Rhonda's going to tell me how to get there, but even I messed up Rhonda by taking 470. She didn't want me to do that to start with. Even I goofed up Rhonda. She was trying to get me to turn around. Now, if a driver was new and his GPS was trying to turn him around, he'd have thought, oh shit, I got to turn around somewhere. He'd have been looking for a place to turn around. But you don't have to turn around.
In half a mile, exit right.
Now we're going to stay on 435 north. You know what? 7, it's like a loop. As it turns, it would have actually been on 435 West. We're 2 miles to the state line. So all I did, I may have a little traffic more here than I would on 435 North. But we're only 2 miles to Kansas. I didn't want to confuse you guys when I changed my mind about taking north. And I'm only telling you guys all this. I mean, if you got a map, you can actually pick it up and follow me on this. I'm telling you where I'm at. Slow down. I could get me a ticket if I ain't careful. I think it's only, what is it, 65 through here, and I'm doing 70, right? Don't want to get a ticket. Not being this close to my delivery. But we are gonna, well, as soon as that car gets by me, I'm gonna move over. Okay, that car moved. So we gotta go left. Left ramp. I tell you what I did when I was off for 5 months at the house, recuperating from my heart attack. I would use the van or the pickup truck, and I would actually literally drive into Bowling Green, get lost on purpose, just so I could find my way around.
Entering Kansas.
Because that's how I got to know Bowling Green a little bit. And it felt good getting lost. Well, I was in a 4-wheeler, so I wasn't too worried about not being able to turn around or anything, but okay, 435 West. So this is going to put us right into Kansas. There's the Kansas sign right there. We're in Kansas.
In 3 miles, keep left onto I-435.
So what we ended up doing was going underneath. We are south of Kansas City. Instead of going right in it on 70, we went south of it. That's what we ended up doing. So if we kept, we would have to take 35. Because remember, 35 is an east and west. I mean, north and south, we would have to take 35 north truck driver, and let's say he just went through truck driving school. He just graduated from truck driving school. So he's out there for the first time, say with his trainer, for instance, to learn how to maneuver and how to drive his truck, how to pick up a load, different things like that, right? And let's say the driver next to him has 30 years experience. His trainer's got 30 years experience. Now, if you looked at both of their CDLs, you cannot tell which one's got the 30 years and which one had just started. So the state that he's driving in doesn't recognize that. I always thought in my heart there should be a apprentice for a truck driver. It should be classified on his CDL, 30 years experience, no accidents. You know, and they can do that. There's a code bar on the back of a CDL that can put that information on. And let's say then they get pulled into a scale house and the DOT is looking at both their driver's license. He can look at the guy that's got the experience. And he can say, okay, I know you got the 30 years. He said, no offense to the new driver, but I want to talk to the guy with the 30 years. Because he doesn't know which one is got the 30 years. He doesn't know which one. And he starts talking to the new driver who is just starting, that don't have no experience. Well, the trainer's got to tell him, you know, hey, he just started. He's my student. I'm just teaching him the tricks of trucking. So I always thought there should be apprentice. Now they did do one thing.
In 3 miles,
now
keep left onto I-435.
If you've never driven a 10-speed, 14-speed, 13-speed, 15-speed, if you've never driven a stick and been trained driving an automatic, there is a code on your license, on Ohio anyway, that says you've been trained to drive an automatic. So you better not be driving a stick. What you got to do is you got to get recertified. If you're gonna get certified to drive a 10-speed, you're going to have to get trained to do that, so it can change on your license. Okay, you can drive a stick now or automatic. I don't know if it really says that, but at least they'll know that you've been trained, and they can change that on your CDL. I mean, I'm driving an automatic, but I have driven a 13-speed, a 10-speed, an 18-speed even. 13-speed with TMC. My 15-speed was with Steelhead Trucking. Of course, 99 RST, Gainey, JB Hunt, them companies, 10-speed. The only thing I never really driven is a Super 10. I know how it goes, but I never driven a Super 10. That's 5 automatic, that's 5 gear shift. So pretty much what you're doing, you're only really shifting 5 gears on a Super 10. The other 5 gears is automatic. That's a Super 10. But a professional driver too is also, what is he? For instance, I never pulled a house. I never pulled
In half a mile, keep
a
left
white
onto
load. I never pulled
I-435.
anything that's higher than 13.6. So I'm a professional truck driver, yes. But if I was to hook up to something that I never pulled, guess what? That professional doesn't work for me, because I ain't never did it. So I can't say I'm a professional pulling a house. I ain't never pulled a house. I ain't never pulled a tanker. Ever. I never had the tanker endorsement. I have pulled hazmat, but anybody could be a professional driving a bobtail. I mean, it wouldn't take me but a minute to show you how to drive this truck. It's automatic. You don't have to shift no gears. I mean, you still got to be careful because you're bobtailing. You don't have much weight on your drive. You can still slide. You can slide into somebody or whatever. But what makes you a professional is what you're pulling behind you. Pulling a reefer or a drive-in, I'm a professional. Pulling an extra wide load, I'm not a professional. I ain't never did it. I'm not saying I can't. I'm not saying I can't learn. Of course I can. But do I want to? No. I'll leave that to the professionals. That's what they're trained to do. So you don't need a novice to go in there and mess up things or have a wreck or cause a wreck because he didn't know what he was doing. So I just leave that to the professionals. Kind of like you driving a car. If you could drive your car with no wrecks, you're safe about doing it, you drive with common sense, that makes you a professional driving your car. But they just don't call you a professional because it's a four-wheeler, right? But that is why truckers are on a higher standard, because they expect us to know because we're professionals. If a car does something stupid, oh well, no big deal. But you can actually do something stupid, have an accident, kill somebody, you can actually go to prison for that. Because they expect you to be a professional. That's why when I see a trucker doing something stupid, or I see a truck accident, I'm shaking my head. He's supposed to be a professional. Alright, the car caused him to do it. Maybe a car caused him to wreck. I'm not going to let a car cause me to wreck. Because I'm looking ahead. Now, there's a four-wheeler on the side of the road and all of a sudden he pulls out, gave you no warning whatsoever. That could probably be an accident right there. But you want to try to move over just in case something happens, right? But anyway, I just...
Take the first exit on the left.
Talking to you guys and I missed my exit. I gotta turn around. Oops. I gotta turn around, folks. My bad. I was talking and not paying attention.
Take the first exit on the right onto Caw Drive. Speed warning.
I goofed up, my friends. I goofed up. Okay. Had to stop and water the flowers. Make sure the grass got watered. See this sign up ahead of me though? Edwardsville, Bonner Springs. Right. I must be close because I can actually see the town that I'm going to. But for some reason it's wanting me to take...
Keep a right on Caw Drive toward Kansas 32 West. Speed limit reduced ahead.
Yeah, let's see what Rhonda's going to do. Is she going to put me back on the big road and go back to the exit I missed? Or is she going to let me run this to Edwardsville? I don't know.
Right curve ahead. Take the first exit on the right onto I-435.
Yeah, she's going to have me go back on. I don't know why. This will actually take me to that town, but let's see what she's got in mind. I know that's a truck route. I see a truck on it, but maybe that place is trucking company that I'm actually going with this. Because it's actually going other places. I think I'm just mainly the transfer. I transferred it from South Carolina.
Take the first exit on the right onto Woodland Road.
And they're going to take it from here. It's probably got Monty stops. Multiple stops.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Oh wow. There's a small truck stop here. Don't have much parking, but it is got a Catskill there.
Turn at the first right onto Woodland Road.
Oh, I'm only 1.1 of a mile. That's why she had me turn around. This is what I was talking about. See that truck turning? No, you can't see that truck turning. But that pickup or that truck right there went around that truck. Now, if I didn't see that truck and alright, that truck is turning right, I can go ahead and pull out. And he hit me, I would have been at fault. That's what I was talking about at the
In
beginning.
half a mile, turn right onto South 96th Street.
Alright, half a mile. South 96th Street. Kinda hoping they can offload me fairly quick. I did a good job. 10:07.
Turn at the first right onto South 96th Street.
Alright, then turn 3/10 of a mile on Map Point Drive. Yeah, it is a transfer. It is a transfer. Alright, let's see what happens. Midpoint Cooper Center. I got Target back here too. Oh, we know we ain't going there. On the Target, that is.
Turn at the first left onto Midpoint Drive.
Oh, yep, I see it. MWI, that's where we're going. We found it. We're here.
Your destination is on the left.
Now see, it's bright, sunny, good weather, no rain. It's easy to find something when you're in that situation. You can see everything. The signs, everything. The only thing we gotta find now is the shipper's door or receiving door. That's the only thing we gotta find. gonna park right here. Alright guys, we'll be right back. Alright folks, finally empty. I got here kinda early, 10:07, and I told her, well, she said, well, I don't know, your appointment's not till 12:30. I said, yeah, but I called yesterday, which I did, and they said, well, come on in anyway, we'll try to get you in early. And she doubted it, you know, and it's like, would you like to hear the phone call? And I guess she was doubting me. What, you got a phone call on the call? And I said, I do. Would you like to hear it? And then some guy come out and he said, I talked to this driver and I told him to come on in, that we would try to get him in early. I kind of shut her up real quick, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we are on the way to Lincoln. I sent that bill off. I'm hoping they put that on for this week's pay, because that paid pretty good. The other load, the load before that paid pretty good. Now I know this won't go on because this won't get delivered until this weekend. But this pays pretty good too. So, just got to work hard. You got to keep the doors shut. Keep going.
Turn at the first right onto Midpoint Drive.
And I just had a bowl of oatmeal. That's what I ate while I was in that dock, a bowl of oatmeal. But I wasn't kidding when I said, you know, you just got to watch your pennies if you're going to stay out of them truck stops. They are, I mean, if you got to take a shower, that's one thing. But try to get a little bit of food put into your truck. Don't have to be a gourmet meal. There's linens right there. I wish I was picking up there. But if you can just eat enough to satisfy your belly, satisfy your cravings, try to stay out of them truck stops, because really their high is all hell. That's what they're meant to be. That's what they're supposed to do, right? They're high. I'm not too proud to eat a bowl of oatmeal. Hell no. Anyway, we are now on our way. Got 7 hours and 44 minutes I can drive yet.
Turn left onto Woodland Road.
Slow light. There he goes. It says I'm 193 miles to Lincoln. I know a couple shortcuts that I'll end up taking. I know. Drive a little bit when I get loaded, hopefully. Remember I mentioned 435 north? How 435 west was going to put me on north? This is north, but it's still west. We're still traveling west, but it's 435 north. Now we're going to take this.
Turn left onto I-435.
And the trailer is really clean. I washed it before I picked up this load, and it wasn't a frozen or a refrigerated load, so I didn't have to use the reefer, right?
Speed warning.
It was dry in the box.
Onto I-435.
I think I only had a small piece of wood back there. That was from a skid, I'm sure. But we're gonna do our best to, because I really want to drive after I pick up my load. I don't know how far I'm gonna get, but I really do want to drive, because I want to finish it out tomorrow on the 16th. Because I got an appointment on the 17th at the house. Now I'm not going to put the landlord on the video, but what I will do is, of course, I'm going to video going over where I dropped my trailer. Walks over to the pickup truck. We're going to jump into the pickup truck. Drive the Bowling Green to the apartment. I'm going to talk to the guys, sign the papers. I'm going to get the keys. Then when we get done talking, now don't expect too much of my apartment just yet. I don't really have any furniture. Matter of fact, I have no furniture right now, and I don't have time to go to my storage shed and grab my bed or anything. We're not going to be there that long, but I will show you my apartment though. Show you my classy home. And then I'm going to drive back where the big truck is and park my pickup truck, and then we're going to head to Pennsylvania for our Saturday morning delivery. Or it's not morning, it's afternoon. Delivery is on the 18th, 4:30 p.m. And the second delivery is on the 19th at 2:01 p.m. So they're both in the PMs, so we don't have to worry about morning delivery. But I'm still going to leave Friday and head that way. I want to be early, or kind of be in the area, so that way I can deliver. I'm telling you, there's a whole new truck driver here. What I'm talking is, I gotta make more money than I was making, and I hope I can pull it off. I hope I really don't lose my apartment. I hope I don't really, I mean, I'm not gonna lose the pickup. I already bought that, but I don't want to lose the apartment though, because if my job, if I work hard and give it all I've got, and I don't play around and I just roll. Come on, dude. Can you step on it? No? That's against but it's up to the driver. How hard does he work? If you want, I mean, if you come out here and let's say it takes you 5 days to do a load. Oh, Tom. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, that was Tom, or one of our. Everybody I know is Tom. I know a Tom. He's my stepdad, but I have a dispatcher. His name is Tom as well, and he just called me, and I asked him if he could do me a big favor. I said, can you see? Really, 5 o'clock on Tuesday is our cutoff for this week's pay, but occasionally they will throw a Wednesday in there if they show that you if they can tell that you worked hard to deliver that load and you send it off ASAP. So I asked him, I said, can you see if you can get that put on this week's pay? Because that'll be two good pays this week. I won't get 3, but one paid $3,300, the other one paid $4,000. So that's $7,000 I made altogether. Well, that's what the truck made. Now minus my lease, minus the fuel, minus whatever. The rest is pay. So I'm excited. It doesn't take much to get me excited. It really don't. I mean, just looking in the mirror, if I'm happy, I'm excited, right? But he was asking me, did I make any progress? And I said, oh yeah, I'm on the way. Now see, I'll truly be there by 4:52. That's right to the minute. But I told them I wouldn't be there till 5:30 because just in case I run into something, I don't want to have to call and say, oh wait a minute, I ran into something. It's going to be a few more minutes. So I gave myself a little 35-minute window. So if anything does happen, I hope I can, whatever it is, clears up within 35 minutes, right? We got the hammer down. We're going to do our very damnedest. This will actually run us into 29. 35 or 29, but then 35 runs into 29, something like that. But anyway, I don't know how long this video is going to be, folks, but I'm telling you what's happening. I'm talking, I'm filming, I'm excited. Oh yeah, hard-working trucker. Let's do it. Here's the Missouri state line.
Entering Missouri.
Yeah, we're in Missouri now. We're out of Kansas. We ain't in Kansas no more, Dorothy. Somebody's messing with me. That four-wheeler was messing with me. Let's see what happens here. Not trying to race nobody. He just didn't want me to come over. He went around that truck on the shoulder, which isn't no lane, right? Then he gets beside me. Maybe he's pissed off because I'm in the left lane, but I'm passing somebody. Until he got beside me. Then he made it where I couldn't move over. We're moving over now. Anyway, we'll be back.
Take exit 31 on the left, onto I-29 towards St. Joseph.
Yeah, it comes up to 29, Interstate 29. Then we'll take that north. We're not going to go into Iowa and take 2. I'll show you what we're going to do. I've been on the route a whole bunch of times.
way station ahead.
Oh, we got a way station. We're back off and let him over. They could be open. And I don't care. I mean, we're good. Here, go sit down, Jake. my pickup. Got the hammer down. We're as fast as I can go anyway. This is usually the exit that I take when I'm going across Missouri. I could take 70 across. Whoa. Then usually what I do then, if I'm going by the house, if I'm out here, and it may put an extra mile or two, but I can make good time. Take 29 to 36, 36, take that across. Then I can either take 57 north, cut across into Indiana, or I could take and hit, I don't know, 74 to Indianapolis and take 69. Then I usually cut across like where Fort Wayne is and take 24 to 6, and then that comes into Napoleon, Ohio. And right to where I park my truck. It goes through Bowling Green and everything. The reason why it makes good time, because first 36, it's 65, but you can keep it at 65. Two, they took their tow booth, or not tow booth, chicken coop down. So they're in a chicken coop neither way now. You can go east or west on it. Matter of fact, there ain't even a chicken coop anywhere across Illinois. No chicken coop at all in Indiana. I mean, the only downfall about Indiana is the rough road and 65 for trucks, but it is what it is. Okay, I do believe it's exit 110. 136 is the highway. Instead of going all the way up to State Road 2, I would have to cross into Iowa and then turn on 2. And there's a Nebraska scale on 2. And I'm not saying that everybody should go around the scale, but if you're on 29, now write this down, this is important, folks. Exit 110 is Rockport, Missouri. And 136, you can actually do 65 on it. Well, 60 to start with because it's Missouri, right? But as soon as you go into Nebraska and get out of Brownsville, which is the first town that you're going to go into when you cross the Mississippi there. Not the Mississippi, Missouri River. I think that's the Missouri River. you're only 6 miles to Nebraska here. And they got a couple places, well, one place here that you can park. And it says I'll be at my pickup now at 4:46. So we're going to stop at this one place here. Walk the dogs. Makes you wonder if you could beat them or not, but don't really want to chance it. Out in front of me. He had no problem doing it, did he? Man, oh man. I think half the time they forget they have a trailer behind him. Oh shit, I got my... What the hell did they do? They knocked this place down. It's not there no more. I'll be damned. Or they're rebuilding or something, but anyway, we'll be right back. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, let's go out of here. There ain't much grass, you see, all weeds, right? They were having a confusion time thinking where to go, and they love to eat some grass once in a while, and they couldn't find any grass to eat. They weren't very happy with this place. Oh my gosh. But anyway, let's get out of here. I went in and used the facilities. I feel better now. Excuse me. Dang it, man. What am I don't see no ragweed unless them weeds are ragweed. All of a sudden,
turn the first left
nose
onto
started
US
running.
136.
And sneezing. They said they tore this down 30 days ago. They're rebuilding is what they're doing. But they're working. They're working on it.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Oh, she's gonna try to get me back on 29. She's gonna try her best anyway, but I'm not going to get on 29. We're gonna take 136 to 50.
State border ahead.
See, that's why it's telling me I'm 81 miles to my pickup. I'm less than that. Because she's got me taking 29 to 2 and over. But we're cutting across right here. We're going to be on 2, but we're going to take 136 to 50 and take that north to State Road 2. Then we're just down the road from Lincoln. And I get to miss the Nebraska scale all together. I don't know if it's open or not, but I just don't want the hassle, and that's why cut off, so we couldn't take this route because we couldn't cross the river.
Speed limit reduced ahead. Speed warning.
Not sure how rough this is. Let's slow down. Yeah. You can actually take 136 to 50, make a right on 50. Well, you could take 136 all the way to 77. And once you're in Nebraska, unless there's construction, 136 is 65 mile an hour, so it's as fast as most interstates. And this ain't a bad road. They repaved it though. If you don't really want to tolerate the bullshit of the scale house though, this is a good way to come. And you actually miss, I mean, if you take 80, you got the scales on 80. If you take 2, you got the scale on 2. I'm talking if you're coming back this way. You got the scale in Iowa. And then when you come into Missouri, you got a scale in Missouri. So actually coming the other way, if you take this route,
Speed limit reduced ahead.
you missed the scale 4 times, 4 different scales.
Speed warning.
Missouri River. I thought it was. Yep, this is the Missouri River. It's not very wide here. But they did do some work on it.
Winding road ahead. Speed limit reduced ahead.
When you get on
Crossing
this
border.
side of
Entering
the
Nebraska.
river, you're in Nebraska. You're also in Brownville, Nebraska. Now it's 35 through here. Sometimes there's a bear sitting right there, so you got to be careful coming through here. Got one steep hill to think about. Really, he's a wide load, but he doesn't have nothing on there saying wide load. Yeah, he may have a problem crossing that bridge if something's coming the other way. He does not want DOT to see him. What makes him a wide load, he sticks out wider than his trailer. That makes him a wide load. Now we're going to hammer down. Well, legally, but we're going to reefer down. We'll be back. Alright, right up here is 50. There is a place up here where I can pull off. I'm just going to pull off long enough to turn my reefer on. I forgot to do it back yonder, so I just want that thing to start cooling off. So when I get there, they'll probably put me right into a dock, right? But if I'm not, if my reefer's not cooled off, then they'll make me wait. And if I can get right into the dock, that's better yet, so. But if you're going this way and you get sleepy and tired, you can actually take a nap in this lot that I'm about to show you. Drivers pull in there all the time and go to bed. I think a couple times I even pulled in there and took a nap. I didn't go like I didn't take a 10, but you know, just pulled in there and took a nap. I needed one, right? Then you can walk across the road to Pizza Hut if you want a pizza, or sit down and eat you a pizza or a salad or something. If they still got their salad bar.
In half a mile, turn right onto Nebraska 50.
Half a mile.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
There's Pizza Hut right there to the left. Gas station there on the other corner. I'm gonna pull in here, just turn on my reefer.
Turn at the first right onto Nebraska 50.
This is the lot I'm talking about. You can actually pull in here and go to bed. They won't bother you, DOT or police or nobody won't bother you. Alright, I'm going to turn on my reefer. I'll be back, guys. I got to go turn on my reefer. Oh, let's go turn on the reefer. Be right back. Okay, let me put my seatbelt back on and we'll go. I set my reefer for 26. I think sometimes they want it at that or 28, so I did put it to the 26. The temperature said 70 on it, so it's going to take a minute for it to cool down, but not much. It ain't real hot out there. Okay. Now, if you didn't pull in here, all you have to do is make a right onto this. This is Highway 50. Yep, I just turned the reefer kick on. Alright. Now if you take this all the way, you'll come up to State Road 2. There's also a Love's right there. The name of the town is Syracuse, Nebraska. Miles to Syracuse. This road up here, Highway 41, I believe it's 41. If I remember right, I'll see it here in a second. Will also take you all the way to 77. And then you make a right, and then another left, and that'll take you over to Crete, Nebraska. Rhonda, come on, get your act together. I got the dumbest GPS. Rhonda's dumber than a box of rocks. Honest.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
If you got Rhonda, you're going to have to do most of the thinking because she doesn't know how. Unless you're on the interstate, she doesn't know how to send you. Well, we got enough traffic coming this way, don't we? Dang. Should get his fanny off that line.
Right curve ahead.
Okay, we got him missed. Now we're going the right way. Now so far she's on the right spot now. Nebraska Parkway. That's the exit. There's no real number there, but that's the exit. And that's the exit that you gotta get off. See, Rhonda was gonna have me go another 13 miles up. See, I told you, she's dumber than a box of rocks. No offense to the maker of Randy McNally, but it does not know the back ways of getting anywhere unless it's an interstate. I mean, if I hit the shortest route and not the fastest route, then it takes forever for it to calculate because it's trying to figure out a lot of the back ways. And that's what scares me about this, because it may put me on a road that's not a truck route, right? I'm trying to remember the exit name, but you could take 2 to the cold storage. But I came off of 2 on this end of town. same, especially when you're coming from the other way. Usually I'm coming from straight ahead this way. But going this way, I had to really watch because I didn't want to pass the exit, right? Oh, boy. Makes a long day. Still got 4 hours and 4 minutes before we're actually done for today. So hopefully they don't keep me here very long. Because if I got a couple hours yet, I could drive. If not, you can park here overnight. But I wanted to get some of this done today because I can't drive 767 miles in one shift. Legally, I can't do that. My truck doesn't go that fast. And two, trying to keep that, average, it's hard to do. Oh, that was a rough.
Turn at the first left onto Pioneers Boulevard.
This building beside us on the right is a prison. That is the Nebraska, what they call it. It is a prison, but they call it something else. You guys been here before with me a few times, I think. Break while they're loading me, right? Which is good. 197 miles here.
Turn at the second left.
Rhonda, we're here. We are here, baby cakes. We are here. She wants me to make a U-turn. I'm here. Gee whiz.
Turn at the first left.
She doesn't recognize that we're here, so I'm going to have to exit from the